Hi, my name is Mumbi Macharia. I hope this video finds you socially distant. I write and perform spoken word poetry, and today I am here to give you a virtual performance, like we're together. So this being an ordinary performance, I have a little list of the poems I'm going to do because my memory retention is not that great, and I'm going to read a few poems. So I hope you'll enjoy. So the first thing you should know about me is I'm not a good woman. So I've never asked for a good man. But me and God, we have a plan. See, he sends me men that will tell me all these lies, then leave through the window with everything that's mine. So in return, I summarize their memory in 32 lines. I get it. He doesn't send me these men because they're right, but because he knows it's the only way he could get me to write. So it's no wonder I'm stuck here with a guy like you who can turn me into another girl he's been through. Baby, please tell me it's not true. But now you've got me praying to God that I walk away from this before you. That way you won't play me. But see, no one's mastered this craft like I have. But you managed to talk me out of my panties, so you must be a better poet than I am. See, he's the type of guy that will build you up and then break you, but I'm a big girl, so I can take you, look you lucky. I don't have the nerve to say I hate you, but tell the truth, just like my father, ain't you? See, I was trying to be something like a shoulder you can lean on, because my mama raised me to be more than just some titties you can sleep on, but we keep on. See, every time you would call, I would drop everything and be there like duty calls. You remind me of my father. Are you sure you don't know him at all? And somewhere in the back of your mind, I know you hear the universe saying, keep her. But between me and him, I'm not sure who could go deeper. But baby, you're new to this. And I've been doing this. So boo-hoo, sad story. This sounds like another unavailable father story. If you see my father, tell him I don't miss him. If you see my father, tell him not to bother coming home because I see him every day in the unavailable men that I will never call my own. Thanks to him, I never had to worry about being rejected. Thanks to him, I learned how to accept rejection at a young age, how to gracefully accept my role backstage. See, I already faced it. So maybe that's why I deal with men who will beg for my time only to waste it. If you see my father, tell him I have a daddy and I'm not talking about him. But when you see my father, tell him that when I grow up, I want to be just like him. It's simple. My father taught me how to leave people. And it's not from anything he said, but from what I witnessed. My father taught me that love is weakness. Ever since an adolescent, my father taught me how to be independent. My father is the reason why I never believe people when they say that they'll call me right back, because it's only men like him who could ever lie to me like that. See, my father is the reason why I've never known firsthand what a stable relationship looks like. But then again, he probably wouldn't be able to tell you what his only daughter looks like. So when you see my father, don't say anything to him, because he probably wouldn't even know who you're talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna read one poem. I thought about doing a love poem, but I'm gonna do this one instead. It's called Ever Since the Last Time Tuongee. And I know someone out there might relate. See, ever since the last time tuongee imepita wiki 5, imebidi nijiite hii mkutano. Hiyo mapenzi nilikupa either huitaki ama huhitaji na sijui mbona. Si wendo ulikuanga front row ukinishangilia, siku hizi hata huwezi niangalia. Na wendo ulinitembeza place sijawahi kuwa. Thanks to you, udhiru yote inanijua, Kayole inanitambua, umoja hadi Mudhura, but sasa hata huwezi nionea huruma. So I guess ni mimi na kusumbua tu sana juu tu wewe ni kama tulikutana tu jana. But I know that's not true. Juu ulikuwa karibu kuniintroduce kwa familia yako, bro wako, mamako, nephew wako mdogo mwenye sasa amekuwa, lakini sasa itabidi hawatawahi nijua. Hawatawahi jua huyu ndo msichana alikuwa na kijana wao. Hawatawahi jua huyu ndo msichana alikuwa anataka kushonesha vitenge zao. Hawatawahi jua vile tulikuwa. Hii uchungu ni kama siku ndefu, jamii jua haitawahi tua. Lakini sasa nasikia una mtoto njiani na mshoko na raha sana. So I hope upate mtoto msichana kwa mrembo tu kama mimi. Na patane na chali tu kama wewe. Na siku moja, kwa nyumba ukimwona akiingia akilia, maybe utanikumbuka na utaelewa. So kwa haya yote, mazuri na mabaya, jua kwa kweli umenisaidia kujua kujipenda. Na mabaya sikutaki, mazuri sitawahi acha kuyatenda. So I guess it's true, vile wahenga wenzangu walinena, ni ngumu kumpenda, asiyejipenda. I can hear your applause, guys. Thank you. So this next poem is a letter to the son I might have one day. And this is to all the black men, black boy joy. To the son I might have one day, you're not the first boy I've had to raise. You're not the first boy who I've had to teach right from wrong. You are not the first boy who I've had to teach how to approach a woman. See, my job is to ensure that before I send you out into this world, that you are right within, and that you know how to respect people from their head to their feet and everything in between. And when they ask you who raised you, tell them that you walk with the confidence of a king because your mother praised you. And when you learn how to walk, may you walk with your mother's pride the way she did past catcalls. When you learn how to walk, may you learn how to go the extra mile. When you learn how to talk, may everything that comes out of your mouth be better than silence. May you learn how to hold back and swallow any rude comments, misogynistic jokes, lies. May they rot in your throat so that they never have to see the light of day. And when you grow up, may you never fall prisoner to the chains around your neck in the name of flex. When you grow up, may other boys think they are kings until you come next. And if I have to promise you one thing, I promise you this. I promise that every day I will take my pen and my paper and I will sketch you in all of my books and I will open them up to look at you whenever I forget how God looks. Thank you, guys. I feel the love. I really do. So this next poem is to anyone either battling depression in whatever form that may be, or to someone who knows someone who's battling depression, or to anyone who just needs some encouragement, especially in these times. We all need something to help us feel a little better. So this poem is called Live For Me. When was the last time you asked someone close to you how often they think of killing themselves? When was the last time you asked someone close to you how often they try to heal themselves? Last night, I looked up the rate of suicide, one too many on average to be exact, so when I ask you how you're doing, I need you to tell me exactly that. When I ask you how your day was, I need a reply that implies that you will not try to turn yourself into another statistic. We need to talk so I can assure you suicide is not artistic. We need to talk so that before you make me grieve for you, I can remind you that when you said you loved me enough to die for me, I can assure you that I must have loved you more because I loved you enough to live for you. We need to talk so that in case no one told you today, I can remind you that you are important and you are worthy and you are enough. And if that doesn't work, we still need to talk. So I can remind you that the average cost of funerals is too expensive, so if you died, you would not only leave us sad, but broke. So at the very least, don't kill yourself until you can afford to die. Don't kill yourself until Kenya wins the World Cup. Don't kill yourself until you can finally manage to finish your ugali, sukuma wiki, and stew at the same time. And if somehow you manage to exhaust my list, call me so I can give you more reasons to live. Call me so I can remind you, yes, there will be 100 mornings when you don't want to wake up, but I promise you will find the will and you will. Call me. Call me at least to find out if I want to talk. Call people. Ask people how they're doing. Tell them that you might not know exactly what it is they are feeling, but assure them that there is no expiration date on the process of healing. Thank you. Okay, so the next poem I'm going to do, I wrote it recently because this is a time when we're all stuck in the same place and we can't really go anywhere or travel. So at the very least, all we can do is remember the places we've been, remember all the experiences we've had. So I wrote this poem as an ode to East Africa and just the beauty that is East Africa. She came from Nairobi, the green city under the sun compared to none, where milk and honey flow. She traveled to Uganda. The royalty she exudes surpasses that of the Kabaka. Wakanda has nothing on the Baganda. By way of Jinja to Kampala, to find a lover, there is no other. Kigali ni mbali lakini alifika. Wiriwe. Kinyarwanda now rolls off her tongue like she was born here. She wears this culture well like she is from here. She learned peace here. She's at peace here. Her mind wanders in Tanzania, so Mwanza alianzia hadi Arusha, Dar es Salaam, I'm calling her. Fighting to find her identity, she's on the front line, up the coastline through Tanga Segela. Ambassador of the East in Mombasa, we finally meet. We hold hands and merry-go-round, glorious around the Victoria. My lover, Malaba is calling us. I trace maps on his back. His lineage dates back to the Congo before the dawn of Bongo. Oh no, don't leave me. I love you, believe me. I wonder, God must have fashioned me after Rwanda, my mountains and valleys. Baby, I must have been the cause of the rift in the valley. We speak with conviction, giving orders. Swahili transcends borders. Translate this poem to the language of love and tell me, does Lake Victoria ever want to be known by her African name? Does Lake Victoria ever want to pause and say she doesn't want to go into the Nile because that will mean leaving everything she has ever known? Or more importantly, does Mount Kilimanjaro ever want to cross the border and come back home? Thank you. So most of my poems don't have titles, so like that one I just call it the East Africa one. But if you can think of any titles to any of these poems, feel free to do so. Okay, so this next poem, when I was younger, there was a song we would sing. It went, Mumbi and so sitting in a tree. I'm pausing so that you guys can sing those parts. So let's start again. Mumbi and so sitting in a tree. First comes, then comes a inner. Love, marriage, baby carriage. the 3-step program that I needed to apply to ensure that I had a fulfilling life. So imagine my surprise when I found out it was all a lie. Looking back, I wonder who could have been dumb enough to believe that these 3 steps are some sort of life hack. They told me, find a man who believes in love, because a man believing in love is some sort of talent. What they should have told me is find a man who believes in financial stability. Now that's a challenge. Something I wish I could tell the younger me. Don't believe the capitalistic fairy tales. They tell you that you are a damsel in distress or anything less. They tell us woman without her man is helpless. But really, woman without her man is helpless. So sis, if a man tells you that you complete him, run. And if a man tells you that you are his other half, run even faster, because we have worked too hard for you to play this role. Your sole purpose is not to make a man whole. Granted, I wanted to believe in love. This isn't how I wanted it to happen, but how many of our parents' marriages actually lasted? But all in all I really wanted, maybe I'll get it next year, is a man who will tell me that he loves me still on February 15th. Thank you. Okay, so I had just a few more poems for you guys. I'm gonna read this next one. This poem is a remix I wrote to Jill Scott Heron's The Revolution Will Be Televised. So I wrote a remix that is The Revolution Will Not Be Televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be on Instagram Live. The revolution will come in form of hashtags. The revolution will come in form of Snapchats. The revolution right now is coming to you in form of a virtual festival. The revolution will be led by the youth who went through school with no guarantee of ever being hired, who had the system rigged against them because they were never taught the skills they required, so they were sentenced to a life of looking for jobs until they retire. The revolution will begin with a change of hearts. The revolution will begin with an appreciation of art and a realization among the youth that artists are the gatekeepers of truth. The revolutionaries will not break windows. They will break bread with each other. The revolution will be planned at meetings in form of concerts and open mic nights. The revolution will be brought to you in broad daylight, with the messages hidden in code and music and spoken word. The revolution will sound absurd. The revolution will take time. The revolution will be articulated in form of rhyme. The revolutionaries will be those who have been made to feel like they are too broke to have a voice. Yes, they have options, but they do not have a choice. The revolutionaries are those who refuse to sit with those who will not stand for them, refuse to live with those who will not house them, and refuse to go to war with those who will not fight for them. The revolution will not make it to news on prime time. The revolution will remain on your timeline. But the good thing is, the revolution is not an event. The revolution is a movement. Thank you. Thank you for your applause. I hear them, I hear them, I hear them. Okay, so this next one is called Sensitive About My Shit, because artists are sensitive about their work. Our work is our babies. So this one is just dedicated to all the artists out there who are sensitive about their work. It's funny how people will tell you that you made it as if they knew where you were going. How in the darkest of times, people's true colors start showing. See, I once heard someone say that success doesn't change you, it changes the people around you. And I'd say that's true because people love you more when you're working towards your goals than when you reach them. They're all around you, but when you reach them, all of a sudden it's getting hard to reach them. It's strange. You make a few coins, now all they see is change. It's funny how you have to be in the dark to see who's really with you, where to drink. And you know the ones who always ask if they can get in for free, never want to pay a fee. And to the ones who never thought I'd be something, but now see me and say I'm the best I know. Listening to me is like listening to the gospel, because as far as I know, I'm either a poet or an apostle. They know this, and I noticed. I don't want to be a poet anymore. I don't want to be anymore. I wanted to give you something you would want to hear. Something that would linger in your ear, throw a few punchlines that would demand snaps and claps, then during the duration of this piece, get you into formation so you could give me a standing ovation. See, at first it started as a letter to my father. Then it turned into something about female power, and after about an hour going over these cliches, I decided to write about why I don't believe in love, but when faced with all the multiple choices, I went with none of the above. My name is Mumbi. It means creator. It means the word creative does not define me, I define the word. Even in a world where my next topic is dictated by questions like, what keeps you up at night? What inspires you to write? Don't you find it odd how you call yourself a poet yet you've never written a piece about God? See, I'm tired of always speaking as if I have something to prove. See, someone once told me you don't start writing poetry until you start telling the truth. But please don't let this be another poem about institutional racism. Why can't I ever talk about something nice and simple? Look, it's not my fault that whenever I pick up a pen, I have nothing good to say about white people. But I have to free myself and be able to say what I want and when, and only then will I be about something more than a slam score based on 10, and I won't have to worry about speaking on corruption or the deteriorating state of our environment or female empowerment or not sounding like a joke or how loud does my alarm clock have to be for me to be considered woke. So we have to mend that, and I have to be the one to end that. So don't call me a poet anymore. Don't call me anymore. Thank you. I wrote that poem in 2016, competing in Slam Africa. And I didn't know what to write about, so that's what I wrote. I didn't win, but it was a pretty good poem. So I have one last poem for you guys. Thank you for sticking with me throughout this entire performance. So this next poem is pretty deep. So I need you to brace yourselves. It's about the first time I sucked dick. The first time I sucked dick, so I was chilling with this guy, right? And I said, we're not having sex because I'm still trying to fill you out. And in that moment, I thought he would say, cool, though can I at least eat you out? But instead, this fool said, since we're not having sex, can you at least give me head? And I fell for that trap one too many times, sucked dick one too many times for boys who clearly thought their orgasms were better than mine. 3 hours in traffic just to see this dude, but why did I even go if he didn't even make me come? So that got me thinking about how my clit is always ignored like it wasn't the almighty God who designed it. I mean, what if we stopped sexualizing boobs and started sexualizing the clit? Would you boys be able to find it? So this is serious, so please don't take it loosely, but I'm about to give you a one-on-one class on how to eat my pussy. 1, don't be choosy, because you're going to eat it whether it's clean, shaven, or bush sheets. 2, you really thought making out with me for 10 seconds was enough foreplay, then we're through? Put on a half-ass performance and expect me to praise you. Boy, who raised you? Treat it and eat it like it was the Last Supper, so I'll lift my legs, allow you to give thanks, spread my thighs, look you in the eyes and say, this is my body. Eat it. And in the same way, when I climax, say, this is my cup. Drink from it. Better yet, this is my pussy. Drown in it. Have you feeling like you was on holiday in Bora Bora, the way my pussy gets wetter than water. So I don't know what you thought this was, but you better do it right. Because my pussy is just like my rhymes. It's tight. Thank you, guys. My name is Mumbi, and thank you for sticking with me and listening to my poetry.
Hi everyone, how are you? Well, this is Spontaneous the Poet, hanging out with our Stingotao the guitarist. I want to welcome you guys to the Lock-In Festival done by Creatives Garage. I hope you have fun, It's Corona time, so guys, stay safe, hand sanitize, wash your hands, put on the masks. It's very key, And if you actually get to enjoy this performance, my M-Pesa number is down there, so kindly support, yeah? Otherwise, I hope you'll have a blast through this, yeah? Everything in moderation, work in moderation, fun in moderation, sleep in moderation, everything intertwined into this new normal kind of operation. Yeah? Welcome to the new normal, where time seemingly just counts on the hourglass. Can you smell the ancients? Even the days of the week are now more like the next day, the 2 day, the next day, the yesterday, or whichever day. Welcome to our new normal, fed with the feeds of life and death because of this COVID-19. Some flu that kills, some flu that calls for cleanliness, some flu that has created a buzz, a strain, a shudder. This right here is our new normal. Don't cough too close, suspects. Don't talk too close, protects. Don't walk too close, respects. Welcome to this new normal. Call it the new sort of ancients. I am so sure that this time the hands that are being sanitized will end up being the symbols of love, yeah? How does it feel to be alive right now? In this period when there's no adequate money, yet so many people are in need. How does it feel to be alive in this time where the online transaction is taking shape because the human interaction is forbidden? I am asking, how does it feel to be alive right now? Where dreams and visions merely just stay put, stay alive, or go out, go die. How is your new normal? Yeah? I'm sure before the new normal became what it is right now, we all used to have a life back in the day, right? Well, in my lifetime, I used to wear my hair long before long before the pollen grains met the ovaries, and I became, when they said the 4-letter words, let there be you. So when I first met air, they shaved my hair, saying, gone are your womb days, welcome to your wild pace, and I screamed, freedom, 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 freedom. So when I grew older, I used to wear my hair longer. It was womanly. In my ambition stage, the carbohydrates and portraits on stage, I was beautiful. And beauty wanted to meet its male version. You could say that this is when my shoot went down and my root laid up, and we were in love, ready for our own plans. Financially, we were okay. No, point of correction. Financially, he was okay. I was blind and naive. I was blind, he was deaf, we didn't mind. Ours was safe enough to travel into a foreign land without our parents' knowledge. Safe enough to not to let the immigration ministry to know where we were located. Safe enough to not speak to the diaspora friends of ours, pale mtandaoni. Selfless enough to let my husband take control of our traveling documentations. I mean, we were free. Freedom, 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 free. Doom. Time passed, and I met my real husband, a pimp. And I met the new me, a slave. For $90 a day, my home became a brothel, a pornographic casting location with I on the lead role. For $90 a day, I held on to this chain so that my child would not be slain. For $90 a day, I called on death, but he said, you wear your hair ragged. You do not belong here. I swear this hit me so hard with his palm on my face, I experienced an awakening. So I wore my hair longer, long enough to pull me out of this tunnel, because if I didn't leave, I would die, and my child will die too. I think I murmured something like a prayer, dear Lord, if I don't die right now, then let me live. But if I die tomorrow, let it be known that I found light in your presence, that amidst my dark ages you kissed my nerve endings and taught me how to live again, how to breathe again. Because I have harnessed so much hatred within me, with each pump of blood I rage with racing memoirs of yesternights, but through you, dear Lord, I learned how to live again, how to breathe again. If you get the song, just sing along with me back at home. Filthy, but this is my story, but this is not my song, because barely at the age of 14 I met cutthroat, slicing through my childhood. She read through my dysfunctional face, had me thinking we were intertwined by fate. Cutthroat. Only God knows the many times that pillows have been my enemies and tears my frenemies. Every time I had to empty my bowel for him. Cutthroat. Slicing through my voice, I lost all sense of sanity, with granddaddies to entertain and young lads to shower with warmth. Father, Lord, cutthroat. die tomorrow, let it be known that I found light in your presence, that amidst my dark ages, you kissed my nerve endings and taught me how to live again, how to breathe again. Yeah, you guys, don't forget that you need to stay safe. I know beyond back in the day, we are back to the new normal. So we have to keep reminding you, hit the road, Corona. Yeah. Tell them, team.
Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more. One more time, hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more. Corona, Corona, don't you kill me so fast with your coughing and sneezing. Gives me body chills. Oh yes, come on, hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more.
Corona, Corona, you're the deadliest disease I've ever seen. Corona, Corona, you're the deadliest disease I've ever seen. A coughing and sneezing more, having this running nose. Coughing and sneezing more, having this running nose.
Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more. Corona, Corona, I'll wash my hands, keep myself quarantined, social distancing, stay at home if you're really old. Don't touch your face with dirty hands. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more.
Corona, 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 Corona.
What you say?
Corona, Corona.
What you say?
Corona, Corona.
Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more. One more time at home, hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more. What what you saying? Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more. One more time, hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Corona, and don't you come back no more.
Yeah, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget, one round of applause to our guitarist, Stingo Thao in the house. This was me, Spontaneous the Poet. And if you really, really, really loved this set, guys, kindly, yes, the M-Pesa number is right down there. Stay safe, stay safe, stay safe.
Share with somebody, food, clothing, medicine, anything you have. Reach out to someone else. This is the new normal, guys. So let's act normal. Don't be abnormal. Wash your hands. Social distancing.
Manze?
You know. Yeah, and please don't try the cops. Curfew ni saa moja na uko nje saa moja na dakika 5.
Live life, love love.
Yeah.
Ishi maisha.
Yeah.
Pendo upendo.
And don't forget to subscribe. Creatives Garage.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys for making this happen. So much love. Mwah.
Lock-in Festival.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. This is Eddie Seymour. I am a singer-songwriter and a producer. I'm based in Nairobi, and if you're watching from home, this is the Lock-in live session. This is the Lock-in Festival, and I'm going to play a couple of songs for you guys, okay? So this first song is called Believe. I think it's the first song I ever wrote on guitar, so... All right.
They said you would be okay, that the scars would fade away. But these tears keep falling when no one's watching. And now it's cold outside, these doubts and fears unending. So do you believe? Do you believe that a change is gonna come? 'Cause I still believe. I still believe that a change is gonna come. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. So now they told me that I was a star, but the mirror keeps telling me otherwise. Now was I pretty enough, beautiful for the cameras? But now I need my faith to rise, my faith to come alive. So do you believe? Do you believe that a change is gonna come? 'Cause I still believe. I still believe that a change is gonna come. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. That a change is gonna come. Yes. So now they told me that I was a star, but the mirror kept telling me otherwise. Now was I pretty enough, beautiful for the camera?
All right. So that song is about faith. It's about just, you just got to keep hoping that things are going to get better, All right. Tuendelee. This next song is called Fluid. it's about being like water, you know. Maji ikiingia kwa glass, inakuwa, it becomes the glass. When it enters a bottle, it becomes the bottle. So I think in life, you just need to like be like water, because things change. If you're not like water, you can't adapt. All right. So.
Hey, I'm bruised, I'm broken, alone and afraid, telling myself I can make it through the rain. And it hurts sometimes, yes it does, oh my. I don't quite understand how we made it through the night. Used and past, gone in a flash, like a raindrop in the ocean. I'm a sailor, I'm an ocean, like a sailor in the ocean. So please don't say no, you know where you belong, 'cause you're way too beautiful, oh so damn beautiful. So please don't say no, oh yeah, when I ask you to go with me. See, you're way too beautiful, oh so damn beautiful. Like a sailor in the ocean, I'm a raindrop, I'm an ocean. Like a sailor in the ocean, I'm a raindrop, I'm an ocean. Like a sailor in the ocean, I'm a raindrop, I'm an ocean. Like a sailor in the ocean, I'm a raindrop, I'm a ooh. Like a sailor in the ocean, I'm a raindrop, I'm an ocean. Like a sailor in the ocean, I'm a raindrop, I'm an ocean. Like a sailor in the ocean, I'm a raindrop, I'm an ocean. Like a sailor. Oh, so please don't say no.
All right. That was fluid. Yeah. Don't say no to life. Just flow. Okay. This next song is a song I wrote like 3 years ago. A lot of people like it. A lot of my friends. It's called Lose It All. It's about not giving into the pressure of life. Like, don't lose yourself. You know, just stay balanced. Okay.
Life is a journey. No one knows how tomorrow looks like. You find somebody, hold on tight. There goes the money. What does it matter how it is I look like when you find some happy? Hold on right. But I don't wanna lose it all because of so much pressure now. I don't wanna lose it all. I said no, I don't wanna lose it all because of so much pressure now. I don't wanna lose it all. Nasini ukweli nimetafuta, na ukweli nimetambua ya kwamba ni utata. Mapenzi ya watu ni kama ujana, uleo na kesho ni kama hawana. Any thoughts of you, but I no, I don't wanna lose it all because of so much pressure now. I don't wanna lose it all. I said I know I don't wanna because of so much pressure. Now I don't wanna lose it all. 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 All right. It's been a minute. Okay, so I just released an EP, my first EP. It's called Let Love, and it just came out on all stores on the 17th. Okay, so please listen. I'm gonna perform this last song. It's a song from the EP. The second song is called Zahrie, and if you like it, please go and listen to the whole EP. Can I get away with this? Can I take you places you have a way with it? The way you move your waist is amazing, and you are the reason for the smile on my face in every season. I don't wanna lose you, sitting here in a panda. I would die for you, sitting here in a panda. I'm in love with you. Yeah. I can tell you like it, everything about it. Talk it, do you really want it? You wanna be the one tonight. It is the season for this kind of loving. I wanna tell it to the world, but it's a secret they don't have to know. Sitting anywhere, napenda. I will die for you. Oh, nasema sitting anywhere, napenda. I'm in love with you. Yeah. I'm in love with you. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in. One more time, my name is Seymour. That was Zahrie. Those were a couple of songs that I've written. I hope you guys enjoyed them. There's an M-Pesa tip jar if you feel so inclined. Drop something
And then follow me on my social media, Seymour Eddie everywhere. Let's talk, man. And I just want to give you more music. Thank you. One more time, I'm grateful to the Creatives Garage for hosting this whole platform. I mean, for us artists, we get our high or our satisfaction from doing this. We can't live without it. So them just taking the initiative to do this is big. It's healing for us. So thank you. Awesome.
Hey guys, I'm Ennaira and welcome to the Lock-In Festival. I hope you guys are staying home, staying safe, staying sanitized, and just generally being safe. So today I'll be performing some little songs for you guys. And the first song I'm going to do is called Kamute Love. So here it is. There's this guy, he's the apple of my big brown eyes. It goes down in the DM every time we socialize. Now this guy is the only one I fantasize. Double tap killer bitch, I know I won't apologize. Penelope, Pena, baby, you're the one for me. You're my Kamute love. Do everything in my power to make you see. Pena, baby, you're the one for me. Kamute love, do everything in my power to make you see. Kiss me, please, as we stroll and prance down lane. Just as sweet as Mumbi's bucket lips, red glazed in pain. Penelope, Pena, baby, you're the one for me. You're my Kamute love, do everything in my power to make you see. Penelope, Pena, baby, you're the one for me. Kamute love, do everything in my power to make you see. Kamute love, do everything in my power to make you see. Pena, baby, you're the one for me. Kamute love, do everything in my power to make you see. Me think might have made this one too strong, but Pena, baby, you're the one for me. Kamute love, do everything in my power to make you see. Pena, baby, you're the one for me. Kamute love, do everything in my power to make you see. Love, yeah, that was the first song, Kamute Love. And for those joining in, this is the Lock-In Festival, hosted by Creatives Garage. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you're really enjoying. The next song that I will be doing is called Otaku. And I wrote it just because I like Otaku. It's that simple. Yeah, here we are. Girl, sit with me, darling, won't you spill the tea? Tell me every little thing going on in the scene. Ooh, boy, what you know, give me all the deets on the down low. Everything going down with the status quo. Udaku, udaku nataka tu iyo. Udaku, udaku, udaku nataka tu iyo. Udaku. Seat, never told me this get up a sweet. Ongeza chumvi kidogo, turn up the heat. Wait, ati, repeat. Udaku, udaku nataka tu iyo. Udaku, udaku, udaku nataka tu iyo. Udaku, haya, Haya, oi, 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 haya, oi, udaku, udaku nataka tu iyo, udaku, udaku, udaku nataka tu iyo, udaku. So that was Udaku. I know this time we're all getting a bit frustrated, but it is important to stay home, stay safe, and just keep the spread from happening. So, I don't know, grab some snacks, cozy in, and let's continue enjoying this together. So for my next song, I'll be doing a song that I wrote called Gemini, and it is about my conscious or alter ego, if you would say. So this is Gemini. Do you ever get this tiny voice up in your head? Don't know whether what it's telling you is good or bad. Well, here's the matter. I think I found myself a little problem. Mine steers me towards the latter. Let me introduce you to Gemini. I don't always get along, but we sure have ourselves a good time. For a moment until it's all gone, hoping I don't end up charged with the crime of Gemini. I don't see eye to eye, same coin, different sides, but Gemini are gonna be alright. This time, can't lie, she's just really good at pulling at my strings, making me doubt my decisions, always complicating things. Every time I see her, she can't help but condemn. I scroll through the mirror, I hate that Gemini. I don't always get along, but we sure have ourselves a good time. All for a moment until it's all gone, hoping I don't end up charged with the crime of Gemini. And I don't see eye to eye, same coin, different sides, but Gemini are gonna be alright. This time, This time, this time, Jem and I. So I like going back to that song, especially in that time, like this whole time, because especially if you're self-isolating, you can go a bit crazy and it's like you're talking to yourself. So just remember to have fun and, you know, treat yourself right, eat right, don't eat everything in the house. Just keep hydrated, drink your water, and enjoy yourself. Now this last song is especially if you're self-isolating, or if, I don't know, if you're just feeling like this period of time is making you feel some type of way. I know I've had moments where I felt a bit useless, but I just keep remembering to love myself, and that is the title of the next song. It's a very personal song and one of my favorites to perform. So this is Love Myself. Been one to talk about my problems, 'cause I've never really known how I should solve them. Maybe I should go back, start from the beginning. Maybe that will help with all I've been feeling, 'cause putting on a facade might be a bit too much. But then I can't think straight, tell myself to wait, then it's much too late. I want to love myself for who I am. Can't wait for someone else. No, that's not the plan. Be myself and I can't hide behind this disguise. I want to love myself for who I am. Yes, I can. I'm just tired of the yelling and the fighting, the complaining and all the whining. Find myself crying and trying for people who don't even give me an ounce of their time. And I'd be lying if I didn't care. I've put myself out there to be judged and criticized, hoping someone will realize my potential, they'll find it coincidental that instead of looking in myself, out here looking at the trends and what sells, then I mend my views and all I choose just to fit in someone else's shoes. When did it become like this? 'Cause every comment, every moment is a hit or a miss. Leaves me melancholy, but I don't want to reminisce about the days we used to play. I just want to say, I want to love myself for who I am. Can't wait for someone else. That's not the plan. Be myself and I can't hide behind this disguise. I want to love myself. I want to love myself for who I am. Can't wait for someone else. That's not the plan. Be myself and I can't hide behind this disguise. I want to love myself for who I am. Yes, I can, yes, I can, yes, I can. 'Cause putting on a facade might be a bit too much. Then I can't think straight, tell myself to wait, then it's much too late. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Also, for those who are wondering, this little guy is Bagheera, my ukulele, yeah. And this is Bagheera. Had him for a while. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you watch the rest of the performances and check out everything else that's going on. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, thank you so much. And if you did enjoy my performance, there's a Kiempesa what is this thing? There's a thingy majiggy here that you look at, and it has an M-Pesa till or like a number. And if you enjoyed the performance or you enjoy the performances, feel free to feel generous and give some people some love. So yeah, thanks guys, and thank you for tuning in.
fresh like mint. Baby, we can keep it up. You got me, yeah. Deep down to my skin, the way you pull me in, you got me giving in. It's like gravity, you just can't win. Commit a criminal, be your defender. Overpower me so that I surrender. Ooh, I wish I could be. Ooh, I wish that you would. Look my way. Look my way, look my way, look my way. Baby, we can keep it. Will you make me feel young again? When we're moving through the streets like yeah, not a care in the world, my friend. Ooh, will you make me feel young again? When we're moving through the streets like yeah, not a care in the world, my friend. Baby, you're so crazy. You keep going like it's cool. We don't stop, we're making moves. Boy, you make me feel like dancing in the street, like losing my beliefs, losing my beliefs too. Boy, you make me feel young again. When we're moving through the streets like yeah, not a care in the world, my friend. Ooh, boy, you make me feel young again. When we're moving through the streets like yeah, not a care in the world, my friend. Hey, you're like a pool, here I drown, lose my soul, the world renowned. And I should take a break, yeah, I should just hit the brakes, oh. Boy, I wanna feel young again. Moving through the streets like yeah, not a care in the world, my friend. Ooh, oh, boy, you make me feel young again. Moving through the streets like yeah, not a care in the world, my friend. Young again, let me hear you say young again. Ooh, young again, say young Thank you. Yeah, done.
Hey everybody, Maathai Njama here with the Lock-In Festival. This is the Lock-In with Dagos. Just making sure I'm here to perform a few things for guys at home. Then me, it's been a hard time, but we'll get through it. So yeah, but just stay safe and enjoy the music. This one is called Wind, the Wind.
So cold, so blue, down and out, without a clue, so far away. In this fantasy, I fail to see the beating path laid out for me. When my troubles follow me, and that's when the wind came calling my name. It sent a chill right down my spine and froze the blood running through my veins. Now you can run, but you can't hide. You couldn't fight if you tried. When the wind comes calling your name, it gets in my head, now wait. It gets in my head, now wait. So far, so good. I haven't heard the thunder, I haven't read the news. So far away in this fantasy, I choose to be with the beating path laid out for me. Now my troubles follow me, and that's when the wind came calling my name. It spoke of love, it spoke of truth with every tear that's in my way. Now you can run, but you can't hide. You couldn't fight if you tried. When the wind comes calling your name, it's in my head. Now it's in my head. Now
That's the song of my conscience. It's like a force of nature, so I call it the wind. This next one is about accepting help. Because I'm one of those people who doesn't say when they need help. This one's called Mess.
Now here's a letter from me with a message for you. It's bold but it's true. All these words but I can't get over my mistakes, your heartbreak. Cause the fine line of hate, all the ties I had with you, for bitter and cold, without and alone. I guess illusion left this question and this pain. I lifted to God and failed to mention all the pain and regret. I'm a mess, I'm a mess, I'm a mess. I'm a mess, I'm a mess. I'm a mess, I'm a mess. I'm a mess, I'm a mess, I'm a mess, I'm a mess.
All these emotions came undone, left a portion of my soul searching desperately for some empathy, something real. But time was always fair. In a word, it doesn't care for your agony or your apathy. You live what it does. You carry the weight. It goes on, it goes on. Disillusion left this question and this pain in my chest. Left it to God and failed to mention all the pain and regret. I'm a mess, I'm a mess, I'm a mess. I'm a mess, I'm a mess. I'm a mess, I'm a mess. I'm a mess, I'm a mess, I'm a mess. You've been holding on too long. You tried to bear it on your own. I thought you too pathetic. Who knew honesty could be such a comfort, a relief? You've been holding on too long. You tried to bear it on your own. I thought you too pathetic. Who knew honesty could be such a comfort, a relief? Disillusion, I'm a mess. It's confusion, I'm a mess. Disillusion, I'm a mess. Disillusion, it's a mess. Disillusion, I'm a mess. It's confusion. I guess disillusion left this question and this pain. I left it to God and failed to mention all the pain and regret. I'm a mess, I'm a mess, I'm a mess. 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 I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Oh no. Here's a letter from me, the message for you. You spoke, but it's true. I wrote it for you. So that's a mess. Love is tricky. I've found from experience it's hard. It's quite a challenge. So this one's called Love's a Tyrant. It's too late to see what you mean to me, lady. It's too late to be what we want to be, lady. Our time has passed, it did not last. And who's to blame? We play the game, lost our love, our foundations were paper thin. So creeping in, you came around and broke my heart. It left me in a yearning, tearing me apart. It turns out love was a tyrant. It looks like no one will be spared. It's best that we just let it be. I think that we should let it be. What do we do? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go? What do I say, my dear? It's the silence that breaks, the silence that kills, and shatters the dreams that we shared. turn out like this. As it turns out, love was a tyrant. It looks like no one will be spared. It's best that we just let it be. I think that we should let it be. As it fades into memory, as it fades to black, all that's left are the reasons and our sins that we something silly, something small. It's best that we just let it be. I think that we should let it be. Best that we should let it be. As it turns out, love was a tyrant. It looks like no one will be spared. singing from your soul. Oh, believe. You gotta let them know. Oh, it's real. Just sing it from your soul. Believe. You gotta let them know. Oh, it's real. So fight the day you tears and like the barbs on your fears. 'Cause I believe it is real. So fight the day you tears and like the barbs on your fears. 'Cause I believe it is real. So fight your flight and tame your tears. And by the by, what's on your fears? So fight your flight and tame your tears. And by the by, what's on your fears? That was Glimmer. So for the last one, this last one is called Curtain Call. Just say goodbye for now. I pray we'll be together soon. And this period passes. So Curtain Call. All alone in my head, it's just me, the strings and the melody to keep it all in line. I'll pretend until the end, 'cause all this space has left me stranded and I'm running out of time. I'm leaving, but I'm taking it too hard, 'cause I've been reading right from the start, and I can't take it anymore. No, because it's time for the curtain call. So say goodbye, bye bye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. All alone in my head, no more memories or reveries to keep it all in line. I'll pretend to the end, 'cause I know I'll finally find my way out of this tricky situation. I'm leaving, but I'm taking it too hard, 'cause I've been reading right from the start, and I can't take it anymore. No, 'cause it's time for the curtain call. So say goodbye, bye bye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye, bye bye. Say goodbye. So maybe it's a little bit too much for you, a little bit too bold for you. I don't care, no. Say I don't care, no. So maybe it's a little bit too much for you, a little bit too bold for you. And I don't care, I don't care. Oh, yeah. Because it's time for the curtain call. Oh, yeah, it's time for the curtain call. Because it's time for the curtain call. Oh, yes, it's time for the curtain call. Bigger. Say goodbye, bye bye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye, bye bye. Goodbye. Say goodbye, bye bye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye, bye bye. Say goodbye.
That's been me, Maathai Njama.